Hello and welcome to this edition of S101's Visual Radio for the Newsfirst team. I'm Shalini Ratnavira. We start off with your local news. In your top story this hour, special Gazette notifications have been issued setting maximum prices for imported and locally produced rice. These notifications were issued under the signature of the chairman of the Consumer Affairs Authority. According to the Gazette Extraordinary, the maximum retail price for 1 kilogram of imported white rice is set at 210 rupees. The maximum retail price for 1 kilogram of imported Nadu rice is set at 220 rupees as stated in the Gazette Extraordinary. The maximum retail price for 1 kilogram of imported Samba rice is set at 230 rupees. The relevant Gazette Extraordinary adds that the maximum retail price regulations came into effect yesterday. Meanwhile, another Gazette Extraordinary has been issued setting maximum retail prices for several types of locally produced rice. The maximum retail price for locally produced white or red raw rice is set at 220 rupees. The wholesale price for it has been set at 215 rupees. The maximum retail price for locally produced steamed or parboiled white or red Nadu rice is set at 230 rupees. The wholesale price for this is set at 225 rupees. The maximum retail price for locally produced steamed or parboiled white or red raw rice is set at 240 rupees. The maximum wholesale price for this is set at 235 rupees. The maximum retail price for locally produced Kiri Samba rice is set at 260 rupees, while the wholesale price is 255 rupees. According to these Gazette Extraordinary notifications, it is prohibited to sell, supply, offer for sale, or display the rice at prices exceeding the specified maximum price. Moving on to more local news, consumers express frustration over the lack of rice at market control prices. The Consumer Affairs Authority has stated that raids will begin today to take action against those who are not selling rice at the government-imposed control prices. Legal action will be taken against those found violating the price regulations. Meanwhile, rice mill inspections are being conducted in the Polonnaruwa and Hambantota districts today for the third day. This is being conducted as per instructions from the President to obtain reports on the daily quantity of rice released by the mills. The Consumer Affairs Authority has announced that this inspection will continue for 10 days. The authority also adds that checks on the invoices issued by rice mills began yesterday. The mills' invoices will help identify the retail stores selling rice. Additionally, the first shipment of imported rice is expected to arrive in the country tomorrow, according to the Sri Lanka State Trading Corporation. The corporation says that rice ordered by the private sector will arrive first from India and Pakistan. Thereafter, the rice stocks ordered by the government will be available in the market within a few days.
International news.
In international news, Syrian media reports say Israeli warplanes have carried out dozens of attacks across the country, including the capital, Damascus. The UK-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, or the SOHR, said there were more than 100 strikes on military targets. A research center with suspected links to chemical weapon production was among the sites hit, according to local media reports. Israel says it is acting to stop weapons falling into the hands of extremists following the overthrow of the Assad regime. Meanwhile, the UN Security Council is meeting to discuss the situation in the country following the downfall of President Bashar al-Assad. The SOHR says there have been hundreds of Israeli airstrikes in the past 2 days, including on a site in Damascus said to have been used for rocket development by Iranian scientists. The strikes come as the UN's chemical watchdog warns authorities in Syria to ensure that suspected stockpiles of chemical weapons are safe.
Sports News.
In your sports update, a thrilling win in the third and final T20 International in Sylhet confirmed a 3-0 series win for Gaby Lewis-led Ireland as they continued their splendid run in Women's T20 Internationals since August 2023. The European side haven't lost a T20 International series since, securing wins over the Netherlands, Zimbabwe, Thailand and now Bangladesh. Coming off a 3-0 ODI series loss to Bangladesh, Ireland turned it around in the T20 International Series in Sylhet. Their victories over Bangladesh across the three games by 12 runs, 47 runs and 4 wickets respectively completed a superb turnaround after their 0-3 ODI series blanking earlier in the tour. This morale-boosting series win in the subcontinent also came at the perfect time with an ODI tour of India coming up in January 2025. That's a wrap of this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. Thank you for watching.